Hi everyone, Fireplays here, and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. And today, guys, we are going to be doing another match review. Alright, guys, final video for today, but it's going to be the Adelaide Crows versus Port Adelaide in the AAMI Community Series match review. Alright, guys, now, fun fact: the Essendon St Kilda game is starting right now as I'm recording this first little snippet of it. The the St Kilda Essendon game is starting, so that's exciting as well. Match review for that game will be dropping tomorrow, as well as another very interesting video, which I bet that you guys will love. There's going to be lots of videos tomorrow, so yeah, just keep an eye out for them. Most of them will be match reviews, coach career, rebuild, all that kind of cool stuff. But anyway, today we're going to be doing Crows versus Port match review. Now, this game just finished up about 10 or so minutes ago, so I am pretty keen to get into this. Obviously, I don't want there to be too many videos tomorrow, but there's going to be daily uploads over the next couple of days. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be hopping right into this one. So, in this game, this one was actually quite another interesting one. Now, obviously, our questions are getting answered left, right, and centre through these community games. Everyone just says, oh, they're just pre-season games, but for some people, they are more than that. They are almost where you can dig in, like you can just dig and you can find treasure. You can find your answers to your questions, because there's questions after these unofficial practice matches, and then these followed up, and then round one also produces more questions, and then followed up in the further rounds. So this process repeats consistently. So this is the questions that have been answered on both these teams, as there was questions over both these teams, and the result does answer the questions most of the time, but there was a couple of things that really made this game different from some of the others. So the real thing with this is that the Crows kept it close. The Crows were not interested in letting Port get out to too many big leads. Now, yes, the final margin was 37 points, but it was about 20 points before Port Adelaide started to blow it out at the end. They just kept on kicking goals. The Crows were too tired at the end, but the Crows kept it close for most of the game. Now, this was a good thing. After last week against the Lions, they got smashed by 88 points. Only losing to 37 points by Port Adelaide is a good thing. Now, I do think Port Adelaide, again, were not quite strengthened today. I think the Crows they didn't come out, they did not look their best, the Crows, but they came out and they looked way better than last week. So, if you're a Crows supporter and you want to take something out of today's game, I'd be taking it out that you stayed, you kept it close. And obviously that's what I'm taking out of the game as well, considering I'm a Crows fan. Now, obviously, though, this is not going to be biased. This is not going to be this is going to be what I think, but this is going to be in a fair way. So, yeah, again, Crows fans, though, today, taking it out that you kept it close to the Power, who are traditionally a good team. Now, the question was, are Port Adelaide a good team? Because they lost to the Suns last week, right? And they were very inaccurate. Accuracy would have won them the game. But are Port Adelaide a good team? That was kind of the cloud that was hanging over them for the week. Are Port Adelaide a good team? Are they in finals contention? We put them first on our ladder. Why do we do that? So I did not put them first. I put them fourth, I believe. I do think there will be a little mini drop this year by the Power, but yeah, there's that question going around. My answer to that is going to be yes. Port Adelaide is still a very good team. Maybe a drop from last year. I do think that is on the cards. But I just don't think they're a bad team yet. I think they're going to continue to be a good team for years to come. And the Crows, obviously, they've got a team full of younger players. They got rid of more experience, got in younger players. So in years to come, this team is going to be premiership winning. I would assure you that. But for now, Port Adelaide out of this game were strong. They gave Adelaide the lead sometimes, but they were pretty consistent, Port Adelaide. As well, they made sure they hung on to the lead most of the times, and even when the Crows led, they maybe got a little bit excited and just gave it back to the Power. But yeah, this one was played at Norwood Oval, and this was a decent game though, because the Crows did keep it close. Now, I am very eager to go ahead and get into the stats pretty soon, as I don't really have too much more to say about this, but what I am going to say is that, yeah, Port Adelaide's guns again did light up. And Joshua Shelley kept on delivering brilliance for the Crows. So he's going to be really exciting heading in and onwards. And for the Power, I was listening to the first couple of minutes, and then I had to go start making these videos. So I haven't watched or listened to this game as much as I would have obviously hoped to have. But yeah, what I did hear is that Port Adelaide were using the middle, and that their younger players were lining up as well. Let's go and check out some stats. So the real big thing here is that Adelaide had the game in control for pretty much the first half. They didn't have it in control, but they had a lead more often than not. So then you have a look at this first half of the Worm. You can see it was pretty close. It was almost back and forth, but Adelaide had more time in front than Port Adelaide did. First quarter, 2-1, 13, played 11. Half-time, 5-4, 34, played 29. It was pretty close in the first half. Adelaide had a little bit more time in front than the Power, but again, it was very close. Now in this third quarter, this is a big drop-off here. This is a massive drop-off here, where Port Adelaide go, and that's where they bang on the goals. Adelaide only kicked 3 that term to get to 8-5, which takes you to 53. And 53-79 three-quarter time. So Adelaide still are in this game. Adelaide are not out of this game yet. And then in the final term, Adelaide look like they bring it back under 20 points. Look like they come and steal this one and win. And then Port Adelaide extend the margin back out to win by 37 points. So it was a good game for the Power. Now, 37 touches for Wines, 4 goals for Georgiades, 109 fantasy for Wines and O'Brien. So O'Brien getting in, probably winning some hit-outs for O'Brien. Joshua Rochelle, 9 tackles. His profile's not popped up on my page yet. I'm not sure if it has on your pages or anything like that. But yeah, not on mine yet. But 9 tackles. And I reckon he kicked a goal or 2 anyway. So some pretty special stuff by him. But yeah. It was pretty much Nolly Wine's day out. 37 disposal. Only gets you the 109 fantasy as well. That would surprise me. That would really surprise me. I wonder what happened wrong there. Like, what didn't he do that didn't lift that fantasy and 4 goals for Georgiades? So, now we're going to go have a look at some player stats. Why did he only get 109? He had 37 touches, did not get a goal. I mean, I do understand that he was more handballing. Okay, that does... 2 marks. Okay, that does bring it down. 3 tackles. Okay. And then disposal efficiency was not the best either. And same for O'Brien. The thing that got O'Brien to his fantasy would have been hit-outs, because I'm pretty sure he would have... Yeah, he easily had the most hit-outs. And Hayes doing a little bit more ruck work than O'Brien. And Phil Thorpe being chucked in there for 4. So that's probably what won O'Brien more fantasy, was that right there. Now, disposals, did anyone get even close? Yeah, 32 for Butters and 31 for Crouch. That's a good return. 30 for Burton, 29 for Bonner, 28 for Sloan. And Boak still sitting there nice at 26. Rosie through the mid, 24. Rosie in the forward line, 24. Now for fantasy... There's a fair few that scored over 100. 109 fantasy for O'Brien Wise, 108 for Rosie, 107 for Butters, 104 for Bonner, 100 for Burton. It was almost a Power demolition. You can see here, Joshua Rochelle, though, getting the 90. 4 goals for Georgiades, and then 3 for Finlayson. Also 3 for Rochelle. So Rochelle showing why he needs a round 1 debut. And yeah, that was just good by the Power, though. They're way too strong, but yeah, some improvement is needed by the Adelaide Crows, for sure, after today's game. Now, disposal efficiency, for Robbie Gray, apparently is now out. For a player that got some disposals, Scotty Lyce at 80 to 100%, but that's not really enough. 13, McPherson Brown at 92, 25 for Houston at 88, 29 for Bonner at 86. That's pretty good. And then you got 24 for Rosie at 83, 21 for Shaw at 81, 21 for Smith at 81, 26 for Boak at 81. And then you've got Tommy Duda only getting the 5 touches. He must have been kept very quiet. Ali only the 15 touches, so he was quiet. He took 8 marks though, so he does still get across, do what he normally does well. 77 for Burton with his 30 touches. 32 for Butters, 75% with his kicking efficiency or his disposal. 70 for Wines. 68 for Crouch, 67 for O'Brien. Yeah, some players are not doing too well. But yeah, that's the player stats. We're going to hop into team stats now. Port Adelaide again had control of the disposals almost by 100 more, 98 more. All of that, they went inside 450 6 more times. Disposal efficiency was 6 more % than the Crows. Now, this may only be 8%, but this is still a difference. 22 shots from 45 inside 50s for the Crows, 29 shots from 51 inside 50s for the Power. Free kick. Sorry, guys. Free kicks was at 32 apiece. Hit-outs was at 37 apiece. And it's taking me somewhere I don't want to be. Alright, sorry about that. And then clearances. The Crows actually won more clearances. Centre clearances was the Power. Stoppage clearances was the Crows. And then turnovers. The Crows did make a few more turnovers than the Power. And then marks. Yeah, Power got way more marks than the Crows and way more marks inside 50. Again, I have said that one in one of my match reviews today, that when you take marks inside 450, you can go back, take your shot, take 30 seconds off the clock, and actually go through your routine. Compared to when you got to kick it, compared to when you just got to straight kick it onto the boot, it's a lot more messier. Port Adelaide smashed in time in front. And that's that. So that is going to be another match review, all done and dusted. There'll be way more tomorrow, and a few more coming on Monday, and then of course just a singular one on Tuesday. There's also normal videos coming tomorrow, like Coach Korea and Rebuild, and then also on Monday, keep your eyes peeled, as there will be a very important video regarding the 2022 AFL season. Alright guys, do hope you guys do enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys will. Send you guys an another video on channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. So bye guys, 5 plays out.